Hello everybody, my name is Naya and I'm the Black female engineer. I provide content for new and aspiring software engineers, and today we are catching up. We're catching up because I realized, and I've known this, it's not like it just sprung up on me, but yeah, it has been a hot minute since I've gotten to sit and talk with y'all. I really just needed a second of break with, Christmas and the holidays and all that, and a lot was happening. As you can see, I moved. Yes, I actually moved about 2 weeks ago, and so a lot of craziness was happening, and I really wanted to, wait to speak and talk to y'all when I felt like my mind and, my own being was right again. And I feel like we're pretty much kind of there. So yeah, let's talk about what has happened and just some updates for y'all. So yeah, let's get to it. So first things first, I have moved. I lived in downtown Los Angeles from, like, as many of you know, from like late July to like just now, about 2-3 weeks ago, but decided to move a little bit outside of downtown LA, only like 10-15 minutes away. And there's so much that came into that decision. First of all, I always had this like stink with the apartment, like a mental stink, like this not liking it too much, mostly because of how my moving process went moving into the apartment. When I moved in, the apartment had not been cleaned, not professionally. It looked like the other person just, did their own cleaning, so I'm not even like blaming them. But then the management never went in and did their own thorough cleaning, hired anybody to clean X, Y, and Z. I know when I watch videos like this, some person doesn't put pictures. I'm like, bruh. So I'll put pictures for y'all. Maybe not all like the terrible, terrible ones, but like I'll put some pictures for y'all, like right around here. And yeah, I remember I moved to LA completely by myself. I had these 3 huge luggage and everything. I had been hauling around all day and moved, and I had no furniture, no nothing. And so I get there and I'm starting to see that it's like not that clean. Like at first glance it was fine. So I like got in, put my luggage away, then went to get some lunch because I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. So I got some lunch and everything. Then I come back and I'm talking with one of my friends. Hi Corinne. I'm talking to one of my friends, and we're just like, catching up. And then while we're talking, I'm like sitting on like the windowsill. I don't know if you remember those like big windows in my apartment and how like you could like sit on it. Sitting there because I don't have any furniture. Sitting there talking to her, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing these like spots on the floor, and I'm like, I'm telling her in real time, and it's like, what? Like, why are there spots on the floor? And then this led me to do some more investigating, and I start looking around all of these different things. I start looking under like cabinets, opening fridges, opening like the bathroom, looking all everywhere, and I was pretty horrified. And I was just like, all I have is this air mattress. I'm basically sleeping on the floor and it's not even clean. What? I was really pissed. I was pissed. Luckily, after, going down to that management office, because I used to be a person who kind of zipped my lip and kept it pushing, but no, not anymore. And so went straight down to the management office and told them the situation, showed them the pictures I took, and was like, are you kidding me? And so they got cleaners there. I think the next day, I can't, that whole like week, it's super hazy for me, but they got cleaners there, I believe either later that day or early the next day. But then that kind of annoyed me because the cleaners come and the management office comes with them, like, yeah, tell them what you want to clean. And in my mind, I'm like, everything. Like, what? Like, what do you mean tell them what? So they were basically told to clean the spots that were in the pictures. And I'm just like, what? So yeah, I was always just had this kind of stink about the apartment. Luckily, after writing them, email about it, it was like, yo, thank you for cleaning, but this was not okay. They gave me that rent for those like few days back, which came out to like, yeah, $250. So I was like, yeah, for the days I spent in an unclean apartment in an unclean space, I'm gonna need my rent back. and they did. But yeah, since then, I just never really appreciated my time at the apartment. Not never really appreciated, but I just always had this like thing in the back of my head because I was like, I am paying too much to be experiencing this. If you remember, I was paying. Shoot, what was I paying? I think it was $23.40. We'll see, something around there. But either way, I was like, I'm paying too much to be experiencing something like this. And so around like Thanksgiving-ish, I started looking for a place to move into, a new place to live, and was planning to just sublease my apartment. That way I could leave all my furniture there, not worry too much, and then hopefully get a place that's furnished so that I just really have to bring my clothes and like my bedding and whatnot. And I was able to find that. So now I live about 10 to 15 minutes away. I live with roommates, and so I spend way less money. I save like $1,000 a month now. Also, that was another thing. I hated living that closely, like to my means, and I've never paid that much for rent in my entire life before, and it just didn't feel great for my soul. And so yeah, I moved in with roommates, and live in this beautiful, beautiful like kind of like townhouse that has like stairs and whatnot. Yeah, I'm very happy now. Not saying again, not saying I wasn't happy before, but I can feel it when I wake up. Like today, I woke up and the window was, letting light in, and I could hear the birds chirping, and I just felt so really, really great, and at peace. And that's something I'm very happy to have, especially in this new year and whatnot. And so that is my personal update. And so moving on to things like work. So yeah, let's see. Now moving on to the work side of things. I still really love my job. I will say that I'm very grateful to be with a team that is so relaxed, so chill. Actually, let me step back for a second, because now that I think about it, I have given updates about my job on Instagram and on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, by the way, at the Black Female Engineer. But I'm realizing I don't think I've spoken too much about it since my first like 1 month review, 1 month reflection, where first of all, thank you so much for all the kind messages I got either through comments or through Instagram DMs. I really, really appreciate it. It was very clear that I was not completely good. I was not completely okay. And I really appreciate you all for checking in on me and giving me your words of kindness and wisdom and encouragement. And sometimes some of you just a listening ear. Like some of you let me call you, and I just vented. And I really, really appreciate that. So let me, take a couple steps back to say, after that 1 month, by like month 2 and 3, I felt so much better. It was a complete turnaround because now my boss was back, my manager was back, and I felt like I just had a lot clearer of a direction of what to do in my day to day, what my goals should be for the next at least 6 months, things to focus on, and that helped me a lot. I'm a person who I don't do well with ambiguity, which I know is kind of, depending on certain lines of work or just certain situations, can very much be a weakness. I completely understand that. And in that case, for me, it was. And it didn't help me a lot in my new job and starting all of this newness. The ambiguity I felt didn't help. But now I am doing really, really great. I have been working on a project for the last 5 months, working on developing a web app for my team, for other teams to use, kind of like a managerial / task handler web app, and it's been amazing. It's really I am one of the main contributors. It's really me and this one other woman on my team. We work together and we really just have been doing the damn thing. And it has been really great knowing that, when I wake up, I'm going to do these tasks with the web app. And because it's really from almost ground zero that I started it, because it was almost ground zero when I started. There we go. I've been allowed so much flexibility in the development process where most of the times, to be honest, I create my own tickets, and by tickets I mean tasks for the day and whatnot. I don't really wait for my manager to say something or my peers or to say something about, hey, do this, do this, do this, because I'm developing this web app. And so I'll be like, oh, let me add this, or oh, there's this bug, let me do this, or oh, this feature should be added in. And it's really amazing having that kind of fluidity and flexibility and autonomy over something so big, in my opinion. And so it's been a really great time. Now, that being said, I have been making just plans for what I want my future to look like. If you know me, you know I am a planner. I like to have a mindset of where I'm trying to go, having goals and whatnot. And I have seen that for me, one of the goals I want is to figure out other ways to sustain myself, sustain my lifestyle, sustain my livelihood, and figure out other ways to do that. I feel like other generations, like older generations, it was always just the 9 to 5, like 7 streams of income. What? And so I'm working to start building that. Things like YouTube, things like my business. About 2 months ago, I established a business for transitioning people into tech, specifically when they're in their job hunt. Really providing that hands-on assistance. I don't like to call it consulting, because to me, consulting is like, hey, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do this. Like, this is super hands-on, of like, yo, write this article, contact this person, this person, this person, and do X, Y, and Z, so that we can make sure you get from this interview to this interview. And so I'm so excited to start really putting my all in that, and then also engaging with you all in other social media platforms, again, Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. And so I am very excited for 2022. I feel like it's funny because, like, I keep hearing these jokes of, man, no one's claiming 2022. Well, I am claiming 2022, and I have been feeling fantastic so far in my January. It's probably one of the best Januaries I've ever had, to be completely honest with y'all. Knock on wood. Knock on mental wood. And so, yeah, in terms of career, both job, but also my mindset of the future, that is really where I'm at. I have a goal of, and I'm going to say it to you all here so that I am held accountable, and I'm like, shoot, I can't fail now because I said it. I'm that kind of person. And I have a goal of, within like max 4 years, but ideally 2 to 3 years, moving abroad. I'm thinking Spain right now, and I love Spain. I've been to Spain before, and I want to move abroad and just experience life outside of the US for at least a little bit. And so I'm working on doing things right now to allow me to do that, and be like as happy as I can be throughout that process and throughout that time in my life. And so when it comes to career, that's where I'm at with things. I'm trying to think what other updates. I know some of y'all, I caused a bit of a scare not posting for the last like 1 to 2 months. I completely understand that. I am back. You know that Nicki Minaj quote where it's like, yeah, I took some time to rest, but now I'm back now. Like, that's how I am. Like, I took some time to rest, but now I'm back now. So whether you like it or not, here I am. But yeah, I wanted to just take a second to address just the changes that have happened, and kind of like say, hey y'all, it's me again. Let me know what content you'd like to see in the new year, and how I can help you in your new year goals. So let me know also, is anyone else claiming 2022 like I am? If you are, let me know below. What are your goals, or are your resolutions? And let's talk about it. So thank you so much for joining me. I really missed this, to be completely honest. Like, I've missed this, and I actually posted a video a few days ago, and you guys' comments, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I missed this. I really appreciate the kind comments you all put under there, like welcoming me back. I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy to be back. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.